Okay, I'm not sure how organized this will be, but I just need to rant about something, okay? You know, my whole life I've been quite a hopeless romantic, as people would call it. But I honestly would call it hopeful romantic because I believe in it so strongly. But because I'm disabled, I haven't experienced any first-hand romantic experience at all for myself. I've always wanted that, and I've always had questions. Deep down, I know everyone can be loved, but I've always wondered how hard that would be for me to find. It's not about whether I'm worthy enough of love, but will I be able to find someone who doesn't care about any of that stuff? Someone who doesn't see disability as a weakness. You know, I believe in a healthy balance. Disability isn't some tragic thing, but it also isn't inspiring either. It's neither of those things. It's just neutral. And everyone's experience with disability is their own. It's different. Like I said, I have questions, and I started to search dating as a disabled girl experience. But as I was typing it, the YouTube search recommended to me dating disabled girl social experiment. So, even when I ignored that and searched dating as a disabled girl experience, because, you know, I wanted to hear people's perspective on dating. I wanted other disabled people to give me hope core, as you could say. But instead of being met with, you know, disabled people's experience with dating firsthand, you know, on their terms, I got recommended inspiration porn by able people trying to make social commentary on don't judge a book by its cover. That has no depth whatsoever and wouldn't even begin to understand the disabled experience. Will you date a handicapped girl? By Blue Ice. Okay. And you know, you go to that channel and it's just full of Mr. Beast pilled content, which is so original. I thought we left pranks on YouTube back in 2015, but I guess we're still doing that stuff.
Today we're gonna see how Tinder dates react when they find out their date is in a wheelchair.
First of all, I got the ick already because they said handicap. I know that people who don't know disability struggles think handicap is a normal word. I mean, it's on the placards for parking spots. But oh my god, even before I knew what this word meant, I did not like this word at all in my entire life. It always made me feel off. I didn't know why until a few years ago I learned handicap is literally derivative from hand in cap. So it's once again a term to look down on disabled people, which is crazy. Now, I really didn't want to give this guy my view, and I didn't want to make myself upset, but I watched it anyway, okay? And I was very unamused. Very unamused. I hate these videos that able people make. I wish disabled content was through the lens of disabled people themselves, but still the only way most people can digest it is through able people talking about us instead, which is disgusting. This video in of itself was gross enough. I first came at it from the lens of, wow, I can't believe a disabled person would put themselves through this video. Because basically, it's these girls getting set up on blind dates by this YouTuber guy. And it shows you how awkward abled men are around them.
I really like you. Yeah. I think you're really cool. I wish you the best of luck for all that you do. I don't mean to be like it's the wheelchair thing, but it's just like, I don't know, I think I just have different ideas of where I want to go with somebody in turn.
Yeah.
I don't mean this harsh.
I appreciate the honesty. Thank you.
Yeah. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
Sorry, Adam.
Yeah.
It's nice to meet you.
You too.
Alice.
Yes, Michael.
Goodbye, Alice.
Bye.
There was one guy who was disgusting, and Oh my god, just listen to what he says.
You have to mention it. I mean, you didn't show me a full picture of you.
Yeah.
And now you just show up with a chip. I don't think it's something people would be okay with.
Well, I mean, I also wouldn't want to be with somebody that only cared about the physicalities.
Well, I care about physicality because I am a coach
Yeah.
in for fitness.
Yeah.
So obviously, I care for the fitness and physics more than anybody else. I'm looking for someone who's different, who's exactly like me.
So why don't you date yourself?
Yeah, I'm sorry for being like that, but I think this is not gonna work out.
Like I said, I was like, oh my god, what girl would put herself through this? But then, at the end, look what happens.
Sorry for the surprise. That's for you. This was a social experiment. We wanted to see what you would do if I was in a wheelchair.
But you killed it.
Thank you.
Guys, make sure you guys go follow her on Instagram, show her some love and support. With that being said, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you guys haven't already. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Deuces.
Yeah. They're not disabled. They're not actually paralyzed. They're not disabled at all. Now, underneath all my boiling rage at these topics is a big, big sense of hurt. There's like a literal ache in my chest. Why is the idea of dating a disabled person so unpopular that all the content about it is inspiration porn? If you don't know what inspiration porn is, it's when able people make content about disabled people to make other able people feel good about themselves. Like, oh my god, they're doing the most basic thing despite their horrible, tragic disability. It's so inspiring. Now I can go on about my life and be grateful for my life while I know other people suffer and they can do normal things too. Yeah, we're normal humans and people still understand that. And it makes it hard to criticize these things because there are literal disabled people in the comments being like, yeah, this message is so real, bro. I understand. It's hard for me to find love. Stop feeding these able people's rhetoric. You're excusing their behavior. It's gross. What's crazy is, like I said, these girls are not actually disabled, but they made the effort for coming up with this whole fake backstory for why they are disabled.
I was hit by a drunk driver. And
No
yeah, a couple years ago. Just kind of made the change to move out here. Just a new start.
Sorry to hear that.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
It was definitely a shock for me too. Waking up and finding out that I couldn't play soccer or run around with my siblings or even run. You know, I was training for marathons. And
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a shock because I was running marathons and I was, head of my soccer team in high school. And
Oh, that's devastating.
yeah.
I was actually a professional figure skater for most of my life, and it was really tragic, but I've come to terms with it now. I was competing and someone threw something on the ice, and I skated over it with my blade and I fell and I messed up my back, and here we are.
They make it so tragic and so sad. That's what actual people go through. But they lie. It's not real. It's not true. You know what would have been better? But of course, these YouTube pranksters don't care about ethics. They don't care about people. They just do whatever they want for views. But a better video would have been putting an actual disabled person on there. Not putting them through that. But instead, interviewing them, asking them questions about the hardships they've been through in the dating scene, and teach people to just be more open-minded. When you make content like this for strict entertainment with the guise of a lesson, but what is the lesson here? Lie about having a disability?
People were very judgmental. They didn't really appreciate like her personality or anything. But how did you feel? Like, because you were in it, you were the one on the date.
It was rough, I was very hopeful that I would have an emotional connection with someone.
Yeah.
And it just seems like
more and more people just care about what you look like.
The girl's lying about disability. It's teaching the guys at the end of the video that they don't actually have to worry about anything. They don't have to worry about the way they acted. And they walk away actually not learning anything at all. That's my opinion. There were other videos too. I'd say they're a bit less worse, but they still have weird things about them. There's this online show called Dating Different. And all of the titles are like, will my blind date see past my disability? And that's something I really hate because, okay, if you're in a wheelchair, obviously that's noticeable, okay? I know no one in life will just not look at it and not know it's there. It's very plain and obvious to see. But when you say something like, see past my disability, that's implying that disability is such a terrible thing that you have to love someone despite that. No, I believe someone should love me. All encompassing, all my traits encompassing. The only thing saving the show was that this girl had a great personality.
I call my wheelchair my rolling throne because, you know, I'm a queen and everything. I feel like when it comes to me, people never want to try. And if they do find attraction in me, they really try to see my wheelchair as the problem, but not realizing that, you know, it doesn't have to be a problem. It's just a life thing. I really look for someone who's very gentle. I think that's very important. I met a lot of men that was gentle, but like, I feel like they try to hide it because they want to be like masculine and strong. Like, I like a man who knows how to be gentle and knows when to be strong and understand there's a balance.
She's great. You know, us disabled people were really fiery and confident. But I still think being disabled or just staying in a show like that, it's like putting you in a light that isn't great.
So when you first saw me, what you thought about me, you know, being in a wheelchair?
Well, actually, your snap took me away from the wheelchair. I ain't gonna lie, since I walked in, but
What are they, vegetables or fruit? And what does that make? Ketchup.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
her condition didn't change anything. I'd rather build a friendship relationship first and then see what we can build onto that and see what we can branch off.
Do you think we'll meet up again?
Actually, I think we will meet up because I did promise to take it out one more time, so yeah, it's a good chance.
And it's so hard. It's so hard. What for? Why am I doing this? Fuck you guys. This is your fault, okay? I did nothing wrong. It is your fault. Fuck, man.
While they're certainly starting a certain type of conversation, they're not actually touching on the topics that need to be had. Like, it's still very palatable and watered down, I'd say. But amidst this, I found this amazing TED Talk by Danielle Schaefer. She's a disabled woman, and she made this 9 years ago. It honestly made me want to start doing TED Talks because all the things she's talking about was so important.
We have humans that are the ultimate sex appeal objects. So on that end, we have Victoria's Secret models, Playboy centerfolds, people like that. On the complete opposite end, we have people with physical disabilities. And it seems like the more we deviate from this ultimate sex icon, the more desexualized we become, the more taboo the topic, and the more damaging the consequences. Now, for most people, there are quick fixes, right? We have Hair Club for Men, Botox, Spanx, butt implants. But for people with disabilities, there are no quick fixes. There is no magic pill. And we are hit hard. We begin dating and experience our first sexual experience much, much later than the general population. We are less likely to get married and will report fewer sexual experiences overall, if any. Media also plays a big role here in the way people with disabilities are treated in this area. We're completely left out Rarely do you see us in TV commercials, ad campaigns, anything in the beauty and fashion industry. The message: you do not belong here. Your body is too abnormal, too crooked, too not nice, and therefore you can't sell our product. Sex sells, and you are not sexy.
But unfortunately, she said something at the end that was just not true.
Not that long ago, it wasn't cool to be gay. And before that, it wasn't okay to be black. Now, big is beautiful, interracial dating is fantastic, and gay marriage is legal. Now, it is glamorous to date someone with a physical disability. Dating and romance have taken on a new tone, and we are free to create a great sexual experience and free to experience sex with anybody.
I wish it was. I wish it was. But like I said, when I searched dating and disability, what came up? Not people's experiences, but things about us, as if we cannot speak for ourselves. And I hate how the algorithm just filters that stuff in instead. It shouldn't be so hard to find authentic content about people's experiences with disability and dating. As for me, I'm not in a rush. I'm one of those people, I believe in getting to know someone as a friend and then letting things develop from there. I think the whole idea of online dating is weird. I can't fathom the concept of getting to know someone with the intention of dating. That seems really shallow to me and weird. So yeah, online dating is a no, definitely. I just had to rant about this because it really frustrated me. You know, the idea we push when we fight ableism is that we're just like anyone else. I've literally said this myself as well. Dude, please just stop being weird about disabled people. It's seriously so stupid. We're just like everybody else. But honestly, I think we need to shift our gears. And no, we're not just like anyone else. We're better than everyone else. It's funny, but like, it's true. And when people are so small-minded, there was this comment under the prank video that was like, if that's his preference, that's fine. You shouldn't have to date a disabled girl. Okay, just admit you're not strong enough to comprehend the idea that a disabled woman is a woman. Just say you're not capable of handling the accommodations and the difficulties that come with that. But like, it's not about preference, okay? I just hate this idea that disabled people are difficult to understand, difficult to love, and are not sexy. I hate this so much. That's what the TED Talk talked about as well. It's something I'm still learning to see in myself as well. You know, my body, I've never perceived it like that. Not at least on a regular basis. Since I've been through so much procedures growing up, I just see my body as like a medical thing in and of itself. I have a spinal rods in my spine. I've been fused. I guess when you've been under the knife so much as a child, you start to see your body as not really your own. It's also a really difficult thing to grasp that your body is literally just abnormal, misshapen. Obviously, everyone has difficulties with their body and stuff like that. You know, with these unfair expectations that edited pictures and people with unhealthy dieting habits push on us. But being disabled makes it even harder because your literal foundational bones, your muscles, just like everything inside is not normal. Yeah, that makes it even more difficult, I'd say. Just makes me sad how that meaningful TED Talk was made 9 years ago. Meanwhile, that stupid, lame prank was made 5 months ago. That woman, she had so much hope for the future, but I feel like we've barely moved an inch. We need more disabled people in the public eye. We need more disabled people modeling, which they are, but it's still nowhere near mainstream. We need more disabled creatives. Hello, me. All the problems in the world, they're from the root that people can't even fathom that someone that doesn't look like them is exactly the same inside. In their heart and their brain. We have hobbies, we have favorite colors, we have favorite movies, favorite shows. I just will never really understand why you would judge someone based off of how they look. That's naive, I know, but I'm 18 years old and I still don't really understand. I still don't know how to shut down ableism when people are weird to me in public. There's a period in time where I was really confident being out in public. The way people treat me and the way people perceive me, it has unfortunately really affected how I carry myself out in public. It makes me really uncertain of myself. And I don't want to try to do things independently because I'm worried that when people will see me trying to do something on my own, they'll automatically assume I'm like weak and incapable. There's also the pressure of like, people aren't really used to seeing disabled people all the time. So I don't want to be someone's impression of a disabled person and then push their narrative of what all disabled people are like. Like, just because I'm always out with my mom or my dad doesn't mean disabled people can't be independent. I just put a lot of pressure on myself, and being out in public, it's really hard to be sure of myself and to just like, literally just relax. Whenever I'm alone for a second in public, I have to be like on my phone because I don't want people thinking that I'm lost. Like, where's your mommy? Where's your daddy? I don't know. This isn't really a researched video essay or anything like that. More just like a rant. And if you're disabled, I hope you can relate. If you're not disabled, I recommend you go to my Instagram profile and my disability highlights because I have a lot of educational content on there. I realized for some people, the concepts I'm talking about in this video are a bit advanced. People might not understand. So that's a good starting point. This stuff just makes me really freaking angry how people treat disabled people like aliens, like they're not even human. We really need to shift the narrative of able people talking about disabled people to disabled people's experience firsthand, because we're so intelligent and wise, people need to listen to us, not things about us. I'm really passionate about this stuff, and I don't think I'll ever stop talking about it. I'm not the one main source for anti-ableism stuff, but I love talking about it. Just about how angry it makes me. I really want people to understand, and I want this to be the norm. I don't want disabled people to be the outlier forever. It makes me really tired and angry and sad. So, yeah. Bye.